So I want to discuss the concept of nausea in Nietzsche and in Jean-Paul Sartre. It's kind of in one of the recent sections I've done in here. He has discussed a little bit the idea of nausea, and I think it was in the section on the rabble, but I'm not sure because I'll try to discuss a little bit um, what the concept of nausea is for both of them. Um, oh, here we go. This is section in the second part on the rabble. He says, "Not my hatred, but my nausea, not hungrily at my life. Alas, I often grew weary at the spirit when I found that even the rabble had esprit." So, the rabble, what is meant by the rabble is one question to sort of talk about. By the rabble, he's talking about all the other people in the world who define the idea of man. And he's against the idea of man, if that makes sense. He's against the idea of man in that he wants to go beyond that of man. He wants to basically be the overman and go beyond the very little things that men worry about and the very little things that men do, like how men basically acquiesce in that they take a religious deity that they worship, or they for one, they try to go outside of this world and try to live their life that way by going outside this world, while the overman is somebody who doesn't do that. He transcends the idea of man itself, but that doesn't mean going outside of this world. He's the overman in that he is above anything that the man would do or think. The overman is somebody who creates new things, does new things, different and more radical and amazing than any man would do. And being the overman means not being religious. It means not worrying about the regular things that a man worries about. It means basically not being a man. It means being beyond that. And this nausea has to do with the rabble, in that the rabble is everybody else. That is not the overman. The rabble is everybody else who is just not that, and they're religious and they're small and just not anything that Nietzsche thinks is right, or Zarathustra thinks is right. And he has this nausea because he, before he became the overman, was a part of that. However, he has this nausea, this disgustedness about people in general. Now that's kind of cool, I think, to think about that and to think about nausea in that way. Sartre has a sort of different concept of nausea. They're very, very similar, but Sartre's is more about disgust, being disgusted at your own existences. It basically between your own existence and existence of man in general. Sartre, I would say, is more about nausea or just being disgusted in your own existence and your own life, and the negation and nothingness and meaninglessness in that. Nietzsche is, those two concepts. The two are sort of the same concept, but they're different between Nietzsche and Sartre. So it's kind of neat to think about how they contrast. I don't know. That's kind of neat, though. Personally, I think the Sartrean nausea is more prevalent. However, the Nietzschean nausea is very, very necessary to show how you can be better and be different and transcendent of your fellow man. So, let me know your thoughts on those two different contrasting concepts that are really the same concept. And thank you.